Hey guys, this is my setup for my crickets, my cricket breeding. This is a pool. It's kind of a big one, and we're inside of a tent. I just have the egg crates on one side. There's tons of crickets in here, by the way. The only thing is they're mostly pinheads, or they are all pinheads at this point. I put some tape around the sides. This is like the really slick tape up here. But then I had to put some duct tape on the bottom so that it sealed all the way around because of the type of material that's here. Because of course the slick tape keeps them from crawling out. But the pinheads and other crickets will get stuck under the tape if you don't have it sealed properly against whatever it is that you're growing them in. So whenever I started them, I ordered some from, I don't know, I forget the name of the company now, of course. But I ordered some adults and I put them in a cardboard box with tape around it. And then I taped up the bottom and any area that they might get out of. And then from there, I put little frisbees of soil inside of their box. And I allowed them to breed in there, and I fed them and took care of them. But the breeding stock was completely separate from what I'm doing here. And actually, they're still in my garage. So here's the babies, and I've already released tons of them into here, but they're so tiny that you're not going to be able to see them. And so I'm just dropping in some carrots and other fruits. And there's some grain that I've dropped down, some ground grain. I'm not sure if you can see the eggs, but you see there's tons of eggs in there. But then there's also tons of little babies in here also. And they look like just little ants almost. Yeah, so what I do is I come out and I take them from this and I just kind of like knock them off and allow them to go down. And then this is where they're gonna live. And this is a big enough enclosure to hold tons of them. I got this idea from a video that I watched of some people doing it in like Thailand and Cambodia, and I thought that it was brilliant because like we were doing them in these plastic tubs, and I just thought this is far more effective because there's so much more surface area, and so you can do so much more on a smaller scale than what they had, because of course their market is a lot bigger, but this works. For water, we have cotton balls with lots of water in there so that they can get to it without drowning. And then I have grains kind of scattered about in different places. And then some carrot, and that wasn't the only carrot, there were several. And then whenever most of the eggs have hatched, I kind of just dump out the rest of the soil just over here, so that when it dries out and they've all moved on, I can just sweep it up and take it out, but I'm not missing out on any last hatchlings, if that's what you call them when they're when they're babies. So what I plan to do with these is I want to create a more natural feed for chickens, and so that's a part of my plan. So, and of course, here's my chicks that are getting the brunt of the testing. We're also doing black soldier fly and mealworms, and I want to do some kind of mix with organic grains and greens. So that's the idea. Thanks.